Purchasing a list using the usadata portal. Let's start by clicking on usadata. We're going to always need to type a list name in. We can do it now or when we get back from the leads module, but let's go ahead and just type it in now. And I'm going to click Launch Leads module. Many different ways of selecting a list. We can start out by entering up to 25 zip codes. We can choose from a list of cities. It's going to ask us our state, then give us a list of cities, and we can select one or many. A list of counties works basically the same way. Choose from a list of states works similar. The advanced local selections is where I prefer to do most of the work. Radius around an address by a carrier route means we are going to enter a particular address. And enter the number of miles that I would like. So let's say I'm going to take a 2-mile radius. Now I have my chance for customized demographics, which say I'm only going to want homeowners and I want home market values above $500,000. And it's going to give me my count. Okay, shows us by map exactly where the address I put in, the 2-mile radius that it has, and it gives me 302 houses over the $500,000 in value. The next item in advanced local selections is closest records to an address by carrier route. It works similar to the radius, but it's for less than a mile, and it's normally going to be for smaller pieces. Not one that I'm crazy about using. Before I go on to my favorite, which is select map, draw polygon, I just want to mention this upload a Microsoft Excel zip code file is something that you are able to do here, but we usually don't like for it to be done in the usadata portal. We would prefer that you do that through the realty mailing portion. It's going to save you a few dollars. Okay, now I'm going to go to my favorite part, select from a map, draw polygon. Click Next. I'm going to enter in a zip code. And have it map the area. Now this gives me neighborhood selections that I could not possibly get otherwise. I'm going to take this river area, and I'm going to want to include a couple neighborhoods in here. So let me zoom in a little bit more so I can see the streets. I'm going to tell it to start the polygon, and I can draw any shape that I want. So right here I'm going to pick up this streets here, and let's say I want this circle, and I'm going to come down to, without closing the map, I want this neighborhood here also. So now I'm going to come in, take that neighborhood. Let's say for some reason I don't want these end of the streets. But as you can see, I can draw as odd shaped of a polygon that I would like. Once I'm completed, I'm going to hit Next. And then we're going to get heavily into demographics selections. Okay, my choices in here is age of the homeowner, and they're 2-year increments. So if you wanted 45 plus or something like that, you would have to come in and say, you know, the 46 and click each one of these and move them over. Or you could select a group by holding down your shift key and select the group and tell it to add. It's going to add all all of those over there. Estimated household income. Let's keep in mind that it is estimated. Homeowner renter is a pretty accurate demographic. Gender, male, female is pretty easy. That's the primary, so there's going to be a lot of houses that if you're looking for female only, it will be only female first names going to it. Doesn't mean that there's not a male living in the house, but we do have on record a female at the house. Marital status. Notice the married, single, inferred, and inferred. Pretty self-explanatory. Length of residence is a good one for people wanting to move on. Average length of residency in the country is 5 years. So as we get up over that, people are more and more likely to sell their house. Dwelling unit size, single family or multifamily. Net worth is inferred. I would not put a whole lot of weight on the net worth. It basically looks at the assets somebody has and really doesn't take into consideration the amount of debt the person might have. Our market value is a pretty good tool. Income producing product, obviously for different ones. Specific property type is, again, if you want multifamily, if you're looking for just apartment owners, things like that. Investors, date purchase is pretty accurate. Home purchase amount is pretty accurate, as those are straight off tax records. Year the home built is accurate, and presence of pool is a pretty accurate item. One thing to keep in mind when we're selecting variables is that when it gives us a count, if we get too small of an area, 100 records is the smallest that we can buy. So as you get more and more demographics, you need to have a larger area to pull from to make sure that you get the amount of pieces that you need. Also keep the magic number 200 in mind. If you're below 200, the postage moves to first class, which costs you an extra 20 cents a piece. Over 200, standard rate postage is a much better deal.